Listen to me. You don't have time to wait. You don't have time to make excuses. You don't have time to blame your past, your family, your situation. You've got now, and if you waste now, you might not get later. You say you want success. You say you want to level up. Then you've got to move. Don't wait till Monday. Don't wait for the perfect time, because the perfect time is a myth. The perfect time is right now. You're sitting on talent. You're sitting on ideas. You're sitting on greatness. But guess what? Nothing happens until you act. Action makes the difference between a dream and a memory. You want to build your legacy? Take action. You want to make your family proud? Take action. You want to change your life? Take action right now. Stop waiting. Stop hoping that someday, somehow the conditions will be just right. The truth is, there's no such thing as the perfect time. There's no magical moment coming that's going to give you the green light, where the skies open up and success walks down and taps you on the shoulder and says, now's the time. That doesn't happen. That's a myth. The perfect time is a trap, a trick your mind plays on you to keep you in the same place. People talk about getting started tomorrow, Monday, after graduation, after they get some sleep, after they get a little more experience, after they move cities, after they get over their fears. And while they wait, life is happening. While they hesitate, someone else is getting up, putting in the work, grinding, failing, learning, adjusting, and winning. Not because they're smarter, not because they're more talented, but because they made a decision to act now, not later. Understand this, the only time you own is right now. The future is not promised. Tomorrow doesn't care about your plans. Life doesn't wait for your convenience. The world keeps spinning, whether you act or not. So every minute you spend waiting, you're falling behind. While you're overthinking, someone else is overworking. While you're preparing, someone else is producing. I need you to wake up to the fact that now is your greatest asset. You can't build momentum in theory. You can't get results with ideas alone. Action is the bridge between dreams and reality. The idea that you will start when it feels right is dangerous because you're dependent on feelings. And feelings lie. Feelings say, stay in bed. Feelings say you're not ready. Feelings say, what if you fail? But purpose says to go now. Discipline says to start now. Faith says to trust the process. Do you know how many people died with their dreams still locked inside of them? How many people went to their grave saying, I was going to start that business? You're not too early and you're not too late. You're right on time as long as you move right now. You've been talking about your goals. You've been telling everybody what you're about to do. You've been posting the quotes, sharing the plans. But what have you done about it? Talking is cheap. Planning is safe. But action is risky. Action means you might fail. But guess what? You might fly. You might win. You might become everything you were created to be. But only if you move. You're waiting for motivation. Let me be real with you. Motivation is a luxury. You don't need motivation to move. You need commitment. You need to look at your life and decide that you're tired of being stuck, tired of being average, tired of watching everyone else pass you by. When you get sick and tired of being sick and tired of being sick and tired, that's when you move. If you want a breakthrough, if you want transformation, if you want to level up, it's not going to happen in the future. It starts today, right now, this second. You don't need a new year. You don't need a Monday. You don't need to wait for the stars to align. You just need to take the first step. One step. That's how the journey starts. Excuses don't build empires. Excuses don't win championships. Excuses don't write books, start businesses, or change lives. Action does. It's just easy to sit back and explain why things aren't working out. It's easy to list all the reasons you haven't started, why you're stuck, why you're still in the same place. But at the end of the day, those reasons are just excuses dressed up to sound legitimate. You can either have excuses or you can have results, but you can't have both. Excuses are comfortable. They give you something to fall back on. They make it easy to point fingers at your upbringing, at your boss, at your environment, at the economy. But hear me clearly. Your success is your responsibility. That's not harsh. That's empowering. Because if it's up to you, that means you don't have to wait on anyone else to change your life. When you understand this, you stop blaming the world and you start building your world. Think about it. Every excuse you make is another brick in the wall between you and your goals. So I don't have time. Well, brick. I don't know enough. Brick. I'm too tired. Brick. I failed before. Another brick. And pretty soon you built a prison around your potential. And you did it with your own hands. Not because you weren't capable, but because you chose comfort over commitment. Let me tell you something. Action doesn't care how you feel. Action doesn't care if you're scared, if you're tired, if you're not 100% ready. Action just demands that you move. You don't need everything to be perfect. You don't need to know how it will all work out. You just need to start. Take the first step, then take the next one. The people who succeed in life aren't the ones with the fewest problems. They're the ones who stop making excuses and start making moves. They fall down, they fail, but they get back up every time. Why? Because they know action is the only thing that produces results. Excuses might make you feel better temporarily, but they won't change your situation. Only action does that. You say you don't have time, but look at how you spend your day. You've got time for scrolling, for Netflix, for gossip, for things that don't feed your future. Time is not the problem. Your priorities are. You're not too busy. You're just not focused. And focus only comes when you decide that results matter more than reasons. You say you're too tired. I get it. Life is exhausting. But let me ask you something. Are you tired of the grind? Or are you tired of being in the same place? Is that kind of tired? Tired of unrealized dreams? Tired of living below your potential? That should push you to act, not rest. You say you failed before, okay? Who hasn't? Failure is part of the process. Failure is proof you tried. But excuses use failure as a stop sign. Action uses it as a lesson. You're not a failure unless you quit. If you're still breathing, you still got fight in you. So use it. You say you don't know where to start. Good. That means you're ready to grow. Because nobody has all the answers in the beginning. Every expert was once a beginner. Every master started as a student. You don't need to know it all. You just need to be willing to learn. Willing to take imperfect action and improve as you go. Let me hit you with the truth. Your situation may not be your fault, but your response is your responsibility. Life's not fair. Things will happen to you that you didn't choose, didn't deserve. But excuses take your power away. They say it's not my fault, so I can't fix it. Action says it may not be my fault, but I refuse to be a victim. I will rise anyway. The moment you stop justifying inaction, you start gaining traction. Because every time you act, even if it's small, you send a message to your mind and body. We're not staying here. We're moving forward. And that momentum, that builds confidence. Confidence comes from doing, not thinking. You want to believe in yourself. Start proving to yourself that you're serious. People love to say they want it. They talk about success, about freedom, about legacy. But talking doesn't change lives. While others are talking, you need to be doing. While they're planning the perfect launch, you're launching messy. While they're overthinking, you're executing. That's the difference between dreamers and doer. You got dreams. Now put them on your calendar. Schedule the steps. Block out the time. Break them down. Just dreams without a deadline are just fantasies. You don't want to be one of those people still about to do something 10 years from now. And here's the truth. Action won't always feel good. You won't always be motivated. That's why discipline matters. You don't act because you feel like it. You act because it's necessary. Because your future depends on it. Because your family depends on it. Because your peace depends on it. Every single day you have a choice. Excuses or results. That's it. No middle ground. One leads to regret. The other leads to reward. One keeps you trapped. The other sets you free. One looks for reasons. The other creates solutions. So which will you choose? Because the life you want is waiting. But it won't wait forever. You got to stop explaining and start executing. You got to stop saying one day and make today day one. You got to stop waiting for permission and give yourself the green light. Excuses sound good to the person making them, but results speak for themselves. Results don't need defending. They shine. They stand. They scream, I showed up. I worked. I acted. So if you want it, stop making excuses. Start taking action. Start now. Most people spend their lives waiting. waiting for the right moment, the right opportunity, the right person, or the perfect condition. But here's the reality. Waiting kills dreams. It slowly suffocates potential. If you want to change your life, you must stop waiting and start acting. The perfect time is a myth. It does not exist. The stars will never align exactly the way you want them to. The truth is, if you're always waiting for the right time, you'll be waiting for the rest of your life. There's power in now, right now. This moment is all you really have. The past is gone and the future isn't promised. All you can control is what you do today. That's why the most successful people in the world are those who understand the urgency of now. They don't just dream. They move. They take imperfect action. They make the call. They send the email. They hit the gym. They start the business. Not next week. Not next year. Today. Taking action now doesn't mean you're reckless. It means you're committed. It means you're not going to let another day pass while your dreams collect dust. You're not going to sit around hoping things get better. You're going to make them better. Even if you're scared, even if you're unsure, even if you fail, you know you moved. You tried. You gave it your all. You see, success rewards the bold, not the hesitant. The world doesn't hand out trophies for great ideas. It rewards execution. You can have the best idea in the world, but if you never move on it, it stays in your mind. It never becomes real. And the sad truth is, most people die with their ideas still inside them because they were too afraid to act. Let that sink in. Every day you hesitate, every day you procrastinate, you're robbing yourself of a life you could be living. You're pushing your goals further out of reach, not because you can't do it, but because you didn't start. And time doesn't care about your excuses. It keeps moving whether you're ready or not. And that's why acting now is so critical. You don't have time to waste. Not when your potential is on the line. We think we have time. That's the biggest lie we tell ourselves. We act like there's always another day, another chance, another window. But how many more tomorrows are you going to gamble with? The truth is, nobody knows how much time they have left. So why wait? Why not use every ounce of today to move the needle forward? Too many people are waiting for clarity. They want to see the entire path before they take the first step. But that's not how growth works. The path reveals itself when you move. You don't get clarity and then act. You act, and then clarity comes. You learn, you adjust, you get stronger. But none of that happens if you don't move first. Think about a GPS. It doesn't tell you the entire route all at once. It gives you the next turn. But if you don't start the car, you're going nowhere. Life is the same way. You've got to start driving. The destination becomes clearer with each step. But the first step, that one's yours. You have to own it. No one can take it for you. Sometimes we wait because we're afraid of failure. But what if the real failure is never trying? What if the real regret isn't falling down, but never giving yourself the chance to rise? When you take action, even if you stumble, you gain experience. You gain wisdom. You build character. But when you sit on the sidelines, all you gain is doubt. You begin to second guess yourself. You start to believe the lie that you're not good enough, all because you never gave yourself the opportunity to prove otherwise. You have to treat your goals like they're urgent, like your life depends on it, because in many ways it does. Your mental health, your peace, your purpose, they're all tied to whether or not you're moving in alignment with your calling. When you know you're supposed to do something and you don't do it, there's an internal conflict that starts to grow. That conflict becomes stress, anxiety, depression. Because deep down, you know you're playing small. You know you were made for more. So what's stopping you? Fear, doubt, perfectionism. Those are just illusions. They're stories your mind tells you protect you from discomfort. But nothing great comes from comfort. Growth lives on the other side of discomfort. Fulfillment is born from action. The longer you delay, the heavier the burden becomes. So drop the weight. Take the step. Begin now. And remember, small steps still move you forward. You don't need to leap. You just need to move. One email, one workout, one chapter, one conversation, one habit. Stack enough small steps and you'll look up one day and realize you built a life you used to dream about. But it all starts with the decision to act. Not later, not someday. Now, your dreams are waiting. Your purpose is calling. And the only thing standing between you and the life you want is action, not luck. not talent, not timing, action. So stop waiting for the green light. You are the green light. You are the green light. Give yourself permission to go, to build, to create, to change. Because one day you won't have time to chase your dreams. So today is everything. Today is your moment. Today is your chance. Take it. Success isn't a result of some magical moment. It's not something that happens overnight. And it doesn't come just because you want it badly enough. Success is earned through consistent, disciplined action. Discipline is what separates those who wish from those who achieve. You can be motivated. You can be inspired. You can even be talented. But if you lack discipline, your dreams will always remain dreams. Discipline is doing what needs to be done even when you don't feel like it. It's waking up early when you rather sleep in. It's putting in the extra hours when your body is tired. It's saying no to distraction, temptations, and excuses that pull you away from your goals. Anyone can start something when they're excited or when everything feels fresh. Or practicing feels fresh. But it's the ones who stay committed long after the excitement fades who actually win. Let's be honest. There are going to be days when you don't feel like showing up. Days when the progress feels slow. Days when you question yourself. That's when discipline steps in. That's when it really matters. Because if you only do the work when you feel like it, you'll never reach your full potential. The most successful people in any field don't wait for perfect moves or ideal circumstances. They show up day after day, no matter how they feel. They've trained themselves to follow through regardless of emotion. That's the power of discipline. It builds habits, and habits shape your life. Every small, consistent action you take, whether it's positive or negative, is laying a brick in the foundation of your future. If you discipline yourself to work, learn, grow, and push daily, you are literally constructing the life you want. But if you fall into the habit of making excuses, putting things off, or cutting corners, you're building a life full of regret, frustration, and missed opportunities. Discipline is also about focus. It's about knowing what matters and sticking to it. In a world full of distractions, social media, constant notification, endless entertainment, it's easy to get sidetracked. It's easy to waste time. But disciplined people understand the value of time, They treat it like the priceless resource it is. They don't waste it on things that don't move them forward. They protect their focus. They're intentional with their energy. And because of that, they make consistent progress while others fall behind. Now, here's the truth. Discipline isn't always glamorous. It's not always Instagram worthy. It's not loud. It's quiet. It's private. It's the early mornings when no one's watching. It's the hours of practice, repetition, and patience. Saying no to a party because you got work to do. It's choosing your future over your feelings. And most people aren't willing to make that trade. That's why discipline is rare. And success is even rarer. But when you commit to discipline, something incredible happens. You start to build confidence. Every time you keep a promise to yourself, you grow stronger. You prove to yourself that you can do hard things. And that self-trust becomes unshakable. You begin to operate at a higher standard, not because someone else is watching, but because you demand more from yourself. Discipline also means embracing the grind. Greatness lives in the repetition, the workouts, the writing, the studying, the practice. It's not always fun, but it's always worth it because the grind sharpens you. It strengthens your character. It prepares you for the challenges ahead. And over time, it becomes your edge, the thing that sets you apart. It's not talent alone that wins championships or builds businesses or changes lives. It's discipline, the willingness to keep going, to stay locked in, to do the work when nobody else will. Talent might give you a head start, but discipline will keep you in the race. It will carry you through the setbacks, the fatigue, the rejection. It will make you resilient. One of the biggest lies we tell ourselves is, I'll do it later. Later quickly turns into never. Discipline says, I'll do it now. And that mindset changes everything. Because when you stop waiting for the right mood, the right moment, or the right motivation, and you start training yourself to act no matter what, you become unstoppable. You won't always feel motivated, but if you stay disciplined, you won't need motivation. You'll have habits that carry you when your energy is low. You have systems that guide your actions. And over time, those small daily wins will stack up into major victories. It's not about doing one massive thing once. It's about doing the small things right over and over and over again. And yes, there will be setbacks. There will be times you fall off. You might miss a day or have a rough patch. That's normal. But disciplined people don't stay down. They get back up. They reset. They recommit. That's the difference. It's not about being perfect. It's about being persistent. So if you want to change your life, if you want to reach your full potential, discipline isn't optional. It's essential. Start building it like a muscle. One decision at a time. One choice at a time. Hold yourself to a higher standard. Keep your word to yourself. Be consistent, even when it's hard. Because in the end, discipline is freedom. It gives you control over your actions, your outcomes, and your future. It gives you the power to say, I will not be defined by my feelings or my circumstances. I will be defined by my effort, my habits, and my relentless commitment to becoming my best self. Success isn't complicated. It's not easy, but it's not complicated. Show up, do the work, stay disciplined, and the results will speak for themselves. You only get one shot at this life, and every second you spend doubting yourself or waiting for the right time is a second you'll never get back. You don't have unlimited chances. You don't get a rewind button. This is not a rehearsal. This is the real thing. Every breath you take is a gift, and every day you wake up is another opportunity to get closer to your purpose. But here's the hard truth. That opportunity won't last forever. The clock is ticking. Your dreams, your goals, your calling, they're all waiting on you to stop hesitating and start executing. Too many people are out here acting like they got all the time in the world. I'll do it tomorrow, they say. Next week is better. But tomorrow isn't promised. Next week is not guaranteed. Not guaranteed. Life doesn't wait for you to feel ready. It doesn't wait for you to stop being scared. It keeps moving. And if you're not moving with it, you're getting left behind. You got to stop thinking you have time. You got it. If you keep waiting for the perfect moment, you'll spend your whole life waiting. Some people talk about their goals for years, but never take the first step. They dream about success. They fantasize about changing their life, but they never move. Why? Because they're afraid. Afraid of failure, afraid of judgment, afraid they're not good enough. But fear is a liar. It whispers doubts into your mind to keep you comfortable. And if you let it, fear will rob you of everything you could become. The truth is, you'll never be 100% ready. You'll never feel completely prepared. That's why you have to act anyway. You have to move in spite of the fear. Courage isn't the absence of fear. It's the decision that your purpose matters more than your comfort. When you realize that you only get one shot at this life, you stop wasting time on things that don't matter. You stop chasing approval from people who don't understand your vision. You stop scrolling endlessly, binge watching distractions and making excuses. Instead, you get focused. You get intentional. You start putting your energy into what really counts. Your growth, your vision, your legacy. Think about it. Every great achievement started with one decision. A decision to begin, to try, to move forward. No one ever built a meaningful life by standing still. You've got to get uncomfortable. You've got to stretch yourself. You've got to start showing up differently. Because the life you want is on the other side of action. It's on the other side of effort, consistency, sacrifice. You're not going to drift into success. You're going to have to fight for it. And yes, it's going to be hard. There will be obstacles. There will be setbacks. But those are part of the journey. Don't let them stop you. Let them shape you. Every challenge you face is preparing you. It's building your resilience, your character, your strength. That's why you can't quit. That's why you can't give up just because it's tough. You've got to remember why you started. You've got to keep pushing forward because the pain of discipline is always less than the pain of regret. Let's talk about regret for a moment. Regret is one of the heaviest burdens a person can carry. It's the voice that says, I should have. It's the memory of a door you didn't walk through, an opportunity you let pass, a dream you never chased. And the longer you wait, the louder that voice becomes. But the good news is this, you still have time. If you're breathing, you've got a shot, but you have to act now. You can't keep putting it off. You have to make the decision today, not next month, not next year, today, because one day a later becomes a too late. You were created for something great. You have gifts, talents, and a story that no one else can bring to the world. But if you don't take action, the world never gets to experience what you're capable of. That's the tragedy. Not that you tried and failed, but that you never tried at all. That you let your dreams die inside you. You've got to believe that your life matters. Your voice matters. Your contribution matters. But belief alone isn't enough. Belief must be backed by action. So what does that look like? It means waking up with purpose. It means setting goals and holding yourself accountable. It means doing the work even when you don't feel like it. It means investing in your mind, your health, your craft. It means staying committed when the excitement wears off. It means being relentless. It means taking that first step and then the next and the next until you look up and realize you become everything you once dreamed of being. Stop waiting for someone to rescue you. Stop waiting for permission. Stop waiting for the perfect time. Take responsibility for your life. Own your journey. Step into your power. This is your moment. Don't waste it. Take action now because you may not get another chance. Live in such a way that when your story is told, people say, that person showed up. That person gave it their all. That person didn't wait. They took their shot. Every day is a new opportunity to move closer to your goals. You don't need to have all the answers. You just need to start. Progress is better than perfection. Momentum beats hesitation. Consistency beats talent when talent doesn't show up. Your dreams are waiting. The life you imagine is waiting, but it won't wait forever. So take the shot. Go all in. Leave no doubt. Make this life count because you only get one. Here is a 600-word conclusion paragraph that powerfully wraps up the take action now speech in the voice and style of Eric Thomas. So now we've reached the moment of truth, the moment where you have to decide who you're going to be. Not tomorrow, not next week, not someday, right now. Because you've heard it all. You've been told that you've got one life. You've been told that you can't afford to wait. And you've been told that nobody's coming to save you because you got everything you need already inside of you. The dreams you have, they were placed in your heart for a reason. The vision you see is yours to chase, but it's not going to manifest just because you want it. It's going to manifest because you work for it, because you fought for it, because you fought for it, because you refused to quit when it got hard. That's what taking action looks like.